Storytime about a guy named Roman. But today I'm telling you about Earl, the man I met while I was still trying to get away from Roman. This whole chapter of my life was a situation by itself. When I met Earl, Roman was still chasing me, following me, popping up wherever I went. But Earl came out of nowhere. It all started in the supermarket parking lot. Me and my friend Denise were loading groceries into the car, and this man was just staring at us, watching us struggle with all those bags. I said, "Why are you staring at us? You see all these bags and you didn't help once." Then he finally walked over and said, "No, I'll help you," and loaded our whole car. After that, he came over to the window and asked, "How are you? Do you have a man?" I said yes. Denise said no. She told him I was in a situation trying to get away from someone she didn't like. He kept looking at me, wondering why I wasn't saying anything. I told him, "I'm a Christian. You look Muslim." He laughed and said he wasn't Muslim, that the beard was just a beard, and that he was actually a minister, from a long line of ministers who loved God. That got my attention. We exchanged numbers, and a few days later, I called him while I was working overnight. He sounded so kind, so respectful, talking about church and his family. It was everything I thought I wanted at that time. We started dating. He came over, met the kids, took us out to eat, and told us what he did and didn't tolerate. For a moment, I thought he was a really nice guy, but he was a little secretive, and things started feeling off. One day, I saw him driving past my house, slow, just staring. Another time, I woke up and he was sitting at the bottom of my bed with coffee, talking about how nice my house was, but how I needed to clean up more because the kids had stuff everywhere. He complimented my life and how hard I worked, but everything felt like it was happening too fast. Then out of nowhere, he gave me a ring. We didn't even know each other well like that. I lost the ring the same day, probably for a reason. Right in the middle of all this, Roman came back, upset, trying to talk to me, trying to win me back. He had another girl, and I got petty. He bought me things, took me places, gave me money, and when he made me mad, I called the girl and told her everything he did for me. I definitely messed up their little situation, which I probably shouldn't have done. Then came the real drama. One day, Earl was driving my car and said, "Who is that?" I looked up and Roman was running down the street. Before I could react, he jumped on the hood of my car. I was yelling at Earl to pull over, but Earl said no and made a U-turn with Roman still on the hood. Roman fell off, picked up a brick, and broke my car windows out. I told Earl to get me home because I knew he was going to tear up the house next. Sure enough, when I got home, he had already broken those windows too. I called the police. They put a warrant out. I had already had a restraining order on him before. This was the second one. Roman had done a lot. Jumped out of bushes, broken into my house, attacked me. One Thanksgiving, he pushed me and my son and snatched the turkey out of my hands. That was the day I said I had enough. Meanwhile, Earl wanted to buy a car I had. He gave me $300 and was supposed to bring $500 more, but he never did. He stopped answering me and acted like he didn't see me in public. Just strange behavior. Then Roman came back again, apologizing, fixing my windows, spending money he got when his father passed, trying to win me back. One night, Earl knocked on the door while Roman was there. Roman went off. Earl laughed and left. 2 weeks later, Earl left a note on my car saying he wanted to talk. He said he wasn't ignoring me. He just didn't want to get caught up in the drama and go to jail behind Roman. Honestly, I understood. We tried talking again. He invited me over for movie night, but left me outside for a long time. Didn't let me in. It was weird. Another time, he invited me for tacos, and his cat sprayed my coat. He asked about the ring, and I told him I didn't know where it was. The whole vibe was just strange. We drifted apart again. He later told me he was touched by the way I ministered to him, how I spoke to his spirit, and he said I was a kind girl he needed in his life. But by then, I was back dealing with Roman. The cycle just kept going. Eventually, I ended things with Roman for good. I had bought a house in another county but hadn't moved in yet. Earl encouraged me to move, said it would be a fresh start. The kids hated it, but I needed a change. We packed up and moved, and that's where I'm going to stop for now, because the saga between me and Earl was just beginning. And even though Roman was out of the picture, the drama wasn't. Stay tuned for part 3.